I need some money.
I need some money. I need some money.
Yeah, welcome to the stream. Today is early. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, but when we got somebody in the ring and coach is ready and we're right there. Yeah, Nikki's went to court today. Packed, loaded for bear. With the same $300 package that the Henry used to stop his stuff. So this is, we about to become the Dr. Phil. That's F-I-L-L. So there ain't no trademark situations. You know, I spell my Dr. Phil different. The Dr. Phil of stopping the eviction process. And so that's what we're doing. This is going to be the second one. The first one was Henry, and he was over there in Illinois, and I think it was Cook County or something over there where they're doing a bunch of shady stuff. And so now we got Nikki stepping up to the stepped up. And Nikki Boo Boo, yeah, I had her cracking up laughing. And she paid for the custom service, so she got some coaching going on while she was up in there. And the last thing I said to her was she needs to act like it's one of her kids, and she making them straighten the hell up right now. And then I told her she needs to act like she was black. But remember, you can push the issue until the judge, when the judge says, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court, then that's when you got to, if you got my stuff, you ain't got to go down that road. I mean, you need to go close to the road or even step on her, then back up, especially if you've been way too nice. So what I told her was she needed to make them deliver her deed. That's what's up with that. She needs to make, anytime you're in court on this situation, you need to be jamming up the judge to make them deliver your deed like the law says. See, the judge is supposed to be here to uphold the statutes that they're supposed to follow. So they need to go get your deed and bring it. I told her she need to go tell them, y'all need to go get my deed and bring it over here right now. I'll wait. And then she said that everybody got to check with the clerk. Oh, yeah, we about to have a big show on the clerk. So I told her she need to go to the clerk and tell the clerk that her legal team sent her here today to have the judge order them to deliver their deed. Deliver her deed to, as a matter of fact, they go get it and bring it to her right now to court, because we don't feel comfortable that they already did some slick shit at the gate in the first place. So I told her, she said, oh, we got to go talk. Yeah, go talk. Tell everything to the clerk. Everything I've been telling you. I didn't even think about that. If you have opportunity to talk to the clerk is the gatekeeper checking to make sure it don't get too hot in the kitchen or in the judge's chamber or okay, so she got the package, she got the complete package on the record, and it took like 2 or 3 trips down there. She got it on the record. And Nikki called me this morning. Oh, here she is right here. Hey there, champion. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get you. Okay, no, that's not the right one too. Okay, there, I can hear you now. We can all hear you now. Yeah, so I know they didn't like my messages, my phone messages I left. I just act like I act when my grandkids ain't. Yeah, and then I sent him a couple of extra messages. I called him. I sent him a couple of, but you know what? You wrap this
I
up.
didn't see him at all. He wasn't there.
See, I didn't think he was going to show up. So you know what that means.
I don't know what it means, but I have a feeling that they already know that it was going to be adjourned before he even got here.
Oh, thank you.
That is privileged information. They're privileged to information before we get it.
Well, it's there. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you get it? Did you get
Coach?
Yeah.
You asked me to get what?
Did you get the information that you sent? That you never got that shit, did you? I was just wondering because I'm the coach. I was like, I don't want to be gone.
You always messing with me. It's okay. I used to. I got a husband just like you.
I bet he's proud as hell right now. I bet your husband is proud as hell right now.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I just called already.
I'm proud as hell too. So I'm proud as hell like him. So if I ever meet you guys, I got a hug with both of y'all, like together.
They give me more time to punch them in the gut now. Keep punching.
Yeah. So what? So they answered to your RICO with a letter.
Yes, with a letter stating that I can't file a RICO and I cannot add him as a party to the case. Yep.
And he was worried about you adding the judge too. Yes,
exactly. He also mentioned the judge as well. Both of them that I added parties that is not a party to this eviction.
Well, it wasn't until you added them. I mean, there are parties because they're the ones calling the shots.
Added them. It's too late. Too sad. Too
bad. Okay, so this is pretty badass because we're learning how to get this shit stopped without having to deal with the federal court.
Right.
And the most important thing was to go down there yourself with your claws out so that you can figure out how they're jacking you over because they're so nice, right?
Yes, there is. Yes, but you go there very polite. Yeah, the clerk was coming in and out. She's the only one there. She's basically doing everything that the judge is supposed to be doing. She's calling, telling people what to do next. And they asked me if I want a lawyer to go to room something or the other. I said, no, thank you. I pro se. I already got a legal team. Thank you.
Yeah. And so with your legal team, you get to make the call.
Exactly.
And it's kind of funny because, I'm helping Randall get out of jail somewhere in Paulding County, Georgia. And so he said, well, I sent him all this stuff, and we also sent him a writ of habeas corpus and the whole thing. The whole night, dismissed the shit and the RICO, on the and so they're real grumpy about that, and they told Randall that the pretender defender contacted me, and I was like, wait a minute, nobody. Oh, wait, I did have like these two snitches contact me, and one of them, if that was her, the picture, she was very beautiful. She was probably like 19. Trying to hit me up. Oh, is Anna there? Oh, how are you? What's your name? So, what, oh, wait, come on now. This ain't my first rodeo, and I ain't looking for none of that. So, y'all need to just leave me in the hell. Okay, so I told Randall called me and we talked a couple of times from jail, and I might have been talking some shit a little bit. There's a possibility, you know.
You always talking shit.
Okay, but they told him that she contacted me. And I'm like, you know, of course, he told them, oh, my legal team, y'all can contact them.
Right.
I'm like, okay, they ain't got shit to contact me for because I don't have no authorization to make no deal. I'm not a deal maker. If you talking to me about a deal, I'm going to tell you better get the hell out of my face and you ain't getting your money back with the package. So I was telling him this over the phone and he was cracking up laughing. I said, you know, maybe they did contact me. They didn't say anything. Maybe it was them two snitches trying to, I didn't know what the hell they're trying to do. Okay. But I'm like the most lily white black man I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told him. Because I don't go out drinking, I don't run around. Okay, so I called his cell phone. They probably got kind of mad about this. I called Randall's cell phone. They have possession of it. And they have it open still. So I called the cell phone and went to his voicemail. And I asked him if he could get me some stuff. Because, you know, he got wrapped up in somebody else's drug investigation or whatever. Oh. So I asked him if he could get me some stuff. Because, you know, I don't know. I need some pills and stuff. I don't do that meth shit and all that shit, but I need some pills. If you can get me some pills, man, like vitamin B1, and I need vitamin C pills.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Too much fun.
We're becoming the Dr. Phil of stopping the eviction process, and that's Dr. FILL. Okay, just to make sure that we don't have no trademark issues and shit. You know. All right, young lady. They need to read. They need to regroup.
Thank you.
Call them tomorrow.
All right.
And make sure that shit is dismissed.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Call ended.
There you go. That's two. I need the three. When I played basketball, I never got to shoot any three shit. The furthest they let me shoot was from the free throw line, and I had trouble making that shit. So no, but I got, you know, we need three. We got two. We need three. We need one more. Do I have another one? Yeah, I'm out of control today. But today is a different day than yesterday. I wasn't out of control yesterday. Okay, so we're going to talk about this thing. So these fools filed a letter. Or, well, they didn't even file it. Let me get the right word down here. These fools used a letter to respond to the $300 RICO package. They can't respond to the package. Okay, so Henry people, they just cut their losses and went and sat their happy ass down. These fools gonna try and drag her to court. And I didn't want to tell her. I don't think they're showing up. And the attorney didn't show up. And I don't think it was my phone calls of him this morning. And, you know, I'm kind of grumpy in the morning anyway. So I was grumpy on his ass. And I don't think it was that. No, Nikki beat his ass already with the stuff that she filed. And with federal case law and federal acts in that shit, they can't respond. They can't respond to federal case law and federal acts with statutes and codes. Because statutes and codes are not valid laws. They're shit. They don't have enacting clause. Enacting clause, a title or a body. That's what the Constitution says shit's supposed to have to be a valid law. Now, I got people arguing, oh, well, public policy, it was voted on by the people making it. I don't know. Now, I'm not smart enough to understand all that shit. What I understand is that the Constitution is what I'm going to be going by because it's the closest thing to giving us any kind of a damn chance because that's the way it's shit's supposed to be in the first place or whatever. Okay, so I told Nikki when she gets in the court to take over the freaking hearing, just take over the hearing. You know, you can tell I've been to court a whole bunch of times. Of course, I was chained and shackled and in orange style shit, you know. But you know, my mouth wasn't. So what I told her to do is when you go into court, you know, everybody stand up and all the shit and over and over, and then when they sit down, before the judge starts talking, excuse me, your shit, lordship, shit. Excuse, sir, this you, sir. I don't mind, Judge. Your Honor, all that shit. Oh, hell no. There ain't no way in hell you're ever going to hear me call any of them fools any of that. Okay? Because when you start kissing their ass, that's when they think they, you know, they got control over you and you're scared. Pretty much. That's just the way I see it. So, and I was just like, excuse me, Your Honor, your lordship, your ship, your shop. Okay, sir, may I have a minute to confer with opposing counsel over there, please? And then I walk over to the opposing counsel, and then I say, you guys know, my legal team is really grumpy, and Mr. Neighbor, damn, sorry I called Mr. Y'all know that he's a little passionate and he's kind of out there. You know, I ain't trying to turn him loose on you, but here's the thing. You know, his idea how to handle this is to add the judge to the civil RICO claim by himself or herself and take y'all asses off. And then we'll get y'all ass on the defamation side of things later. Because you guys all reported this default shit before you had any judgment. Y'all have people out of my house trying to take pictures of my stuff. Before there was any judgment. So you guys defamed me. So I'm just going to file for defamation down the road. But right now, we're going to take care of this situation with the eviction process. And the fact that you guys ignored everything that I filed in the case. Oh, wait, no, you didn't ignore everything. Well, you did for 9 years in Nikki's case. For 9 years, you guys have been trying to take her property. I think we're to the end of that now. So, yeah, I called them and I left some messages this morning. They wrote a letter to respond to the RICO package that she used that included, the conveyance and all of that. And so, in my head, if I was a judge, there's no way in hell that I'm going to have this court open and have this stuff. I'm still eating my breakfast. Man, look, it's almost lunchtime. And I've been a little busy this morning. But that's all right. Because when you're willing to do whatever it takes, bam. And there ain't no way something, if you pay for if you invest in the custom premium service, then you get my coaching too. Where you go. And so, when they respond with a letter, it's because a couple of things. One, the judge ain't having it, and he told him to get that shit out of his court or her court. One. Number two, the attorney's number one job is to protect the judge. And if I remember talking to Nikki, that was one of the main things the attorney was complaining about. That we added parties. We add any parties we want to, like we did. When they write the letter, it's because they don't want to be on the record. And the first time that happened to me, it was quite a while ago. I was helping one of my bosses. And what we did was we responded to the letter as a judicial notice. Bam! Because they don't want the shit on the court. Because now obviously the judge and them doing ex parte. Oh wait, we did. I know they do that. So don't don't think that I'm surprised about it or anything. But you can throw it on the table. They already made the deal on how they're gonna handle the shit. They already had a script. That's what happens when you get to court. You're forced to follow their script unless you got a script from yours truly when I'm hiding out in a situation room. Yeah. So so basically what I told her is if they're writing her a letter, they're the ones that's scared. They're the ones that's scared. And I don't know. I guess they're hoping that she don't show up because they're scared of her. Okay, let me play that over in my head. Okay, the film. As a coach, you got to play the film. You got to watch the film. So how is it she's gonna be scared of their letter when she got their ass hemmed up with the RICO shit and the notice of preservation on the court record, which means that anytime she says she wants, she can order their shit. I had to see how that goes because the judge is usually doing that. Yeah, but you know what? When we run their plays against their ass, we can do that too. So we got to do a little research in how to make sure that the seizure part, where you seize the property, all of the property connected with the lies and defamation and shit that they that's the $300 package has that stuff in it. Has the CC. And I'm already thinking down the road. I lived under the bus in dark skin too. So okay, so I'm already thinking down the road. So we're seizing the property. So what if we file the stuff to seize the property and whatever, because you filed it in court and they have to do, they're all, but so, well, how you make that work? You file foreclosure. File the foreclosure process on the property that you seize, that you're seizing. Lock the building down. Yeah, one of my superhero kids sent me a TikTok video of someone who did that. And the federal court ordered the marshals to go and lock down the bank building. It was pretty damn badass. Oh, you talk about rolling without limitations. People saying, Coach, they're going to be really mad. All right. You think they're going to be madder than me if they kick your ass and you're using my shit and you didn't do the stuff right? Okay, so it don't matter who's mad. What matters is who's willing to do whatever it takes. Okay? That's what matters. What matters is who's willing to do whatever it takes. And our job here is to provide, servicing. We're servicers. We're servicers providing a service, servicing, helping people learn. We're catalysts between thought, emotion, and action. Punching action or kicking action, some knee, elbow, it don't matter. Trip them and then do the thing. It don't matter. Yeah. So I told her that she needed to relax and remember that their ass on the road now. Okay, they're the ones got knocked down. She ain't knocked down. They're the ones that knocked down. So when you go into court, you act like it. Excuse me, Your Honor. Your lordship, your shithead. Okay, sorry. I'll be. Excuse me, sir. Can I talk to, And then I'd let them know. My legal team is already gonna just go after the judge. But when we file defamation, they're going to add. So they're going to add your property as damages while we're going after the judge. And when we do that, then we're going to have to serve your spouse if she's a signer on the property. We can sue their property for their property as damages forwarded because the judge. Oh wait, they're all RICO conspirators. So I'll look that shit up. We ain't rolling with no limitations around here. Now when I'm up rolling this early in the morning. So yeah, I told her when you're in court, take control, talk shit, do whatever you need to do. Okay, because the judge can't do a damn thing to you until they tell you, if you don't shut the hell up, I'm going to hold you in civil contempt. Now, there is another contempt too, but if you're doing a job right, they're going to say civil. That's when you make your determination. At this point, if using my stuff, I don't see any need to throw that all on the table where there ain't no need for that. Because if you're using my stuff, they're trying to piss you off anyway. They're trying to piss your ass off anyway so they can go around this shit and send your ass out of here. I had a young lady tell me she gave them such a hard time that they called a bunch of recesses, and then the last recess she went to the bathroom and they locked the doors to the courthouse and finished the hearing with her locked outside the door, beating on the door. Oh, yeah, that lady, she was probably my sister, so something, I don't know. Or maybe I was her brother. I don't know. But I was impressed. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming to the last minute stream here, too. So I also loaded Nikki up with some words because when they're going to file a letter, or if they're going to send her a letter, that shit ain't even on the record, addressing what she has on the court record, then they're obstructing the administration of justice. That's how a non-bar attorney is going to tell you that your ass about to get chopped up. Okay, you're obstructing the administration of justice, and that's what the attorneys are doing. And when you go into a hearing, if you're to that point before you get in my program, because you get in my program, they ain't gonna have hearings. Y'all see, if you're going to do a hearing, you want to make sure that you're trumping all of the shit that they're talking about. Okay. You want to go into a hearing, it's like Mahomes chopped up. I didn't watch it because I was too busy working. Okay, but I heard about it. Chopped up some people last week in the game. Every pass was 80 yards down. Every shot when you open your mouth, you should be demanding they bring your deed to court. Because they already screwed you over the first time they were supposed to deliver it. I would judge, we're here because you're supposed to be upholding the statutes and making the government employees follow that shit to make it fair for us. Otherwise, the due process is violated at the gate. That's why we go after the why y'all asses are able to do this and not so much spend no time on the what. And I have people have a hard time with that. People have a hard time grasping the why and getting the hell out of the what. And so they still feel like they got an answer to the judge filed some shit and I gotta do, on a state court level. Oh, hell no. The whole process on a state court level is shit. Why would you answer to it? Add them people to the counterclaim, jam that shit up. The RICO? Okay, we used to say jamming up and then file your claim in a federal court. It's another $400. Okay, but I'm working for some po-ass people like me. So I'm like, how can I do this? Because I ain't trying to pay another $400. I ain't trying to have it easy, but I ain't trying to pay another $400. Okay. I want to smack their ass, get the shit done, and I ain't trying to, why the hell would I have to work that hard? Smack their ass. So I'm going to demand the judge to deliver the deed, have them go get it, and I'll wait right here. I'll order us lunch, judge, while they go to shit. Let me get my phone out. I'll just Uber that shit right there. What you want? I like to eat a colorverse. Just take over. Take over the hearing. My legal team said that since all those attorneys over there are aware of my RICO claim, that all of them share liability. And so it's the clerk, because the clerk filed that shit. The clerk seen it. The clerk saying there ain't no way in hell that they're going to get past this. Their clerk took that shit in the bag, and they spent 10 minutes back there reading. Then they all came up here and tried to get me to convince me that I can't file the shit or whatever. Okay, so yeah, I know what's going on out there. I'm looking at the stuff I told Nikki to walk over to the attorneys, because I already called them and talked shit in their phone, like I'm from the hood and shit, because if you're nice to their asses, then they're gonna think that you're nice, no, I was talking shit. So I told her to go over to the attorneys. When I told her to say the other stuff. I told her to also let them know that her legal team leader suffered trauma, and he's a little passionate. And he told me to tell y'all that he just gonna sue the judge by the judge itself. Oh. And then I may have sent the attorney a screenshot. It's a possibility that I sent the attorney a screenshot. Now, she's in New York with this in court in New York, but the attorney's is from New Jersey. So I sent him a screenshot of his personal property in New Jersey. And I let him know that we're going to be adding this property. We're going to put lien on this property because we're going to be adding his damages too. I'm just wanting to check to make sure. I just wanted to check and make sure that's his property, because that's what I'm pulling up on the internet. And according to what I'm looking at, he has some other LLCs too, and so we're looking into those right now. Oh, okay. So Nikki got to court, and she said they made her talk to the clerk or whatever clerk is running. So she already knew what she needed to tell the clerk, and so basically what she told the clerk was she's here today to make them deliver her deed, as the law mandates they're supposed. She don't even that letter crap. No, she's here to make them deliver her deed. That's what she told them at the gate. I said, you need to act a little stupid about it. And so she I don't know, you guys heard her at the top of the call there. She said that the attorney didn't show up. Oh, Mr. David Cass or Case or whatever the hell your name is. I'm sure you had something more important to do this morning, but you still took an ass whooping. So you need to get that shit dismissed and leave that young lady alone, because we ain't having it around here. You can't respond to our shit, then you need to dismiss that shit and go set your happy ass down like the people did in Illinois. Otherwise, we still, 9 years of harassing this lady and trying to take her shit. If I was, I'd sue your ass anyway for defamation, because that's a whole lot easier to prove, especially when you had to go set your ass down. Now, you can still call me and come on the show. You can still call me and come on the show. If you come on my show, then I have to be a little more respectful than I am if I'm leaving you a text message because you're doing some stupid shit. So I'll be more respectful if you come on the show. So you can call me. Any of your attorneys can call me. You guys, I'll just send you a link and we'll just have you up here in the corner. I'll have you right here next to this cabinet right here. Or maybe this one. Okay, never mind. Yep. Go say all day and make them pay in a very, very slow way. Oh, in a very slow way. That's how I roll when I box. I ain't trying to knock nobody out. I spend too much time running and doing all that shit. Oh, I'm going to enjoy seeing the pain in the face. Mm-hmm. And look when they take the gloves off and walk out of the ring, okay? Because your ass laying down shit, no. But when you got to take the gloves off and walk out and give up, that's the only way to roll. There ain't no appeal. There ain't none of that shit. There is a wrap. Please don't bother us anymore. Okay. Welcome, Frederick. Yeah, I had to get up early this morning. Well, I was already up by the time, But it don't matter. If you invest in the custom service and you're getting the private coaching over the phone when you go in there and talk to these fools or whatever, then you can call me because they're gonna try some slick shit. They're gonna try some slick last minute shit. Oh yeah, send her a letter. They respond to your fire with a letter that ain't on the court record. They think somebody's gonna fall for that shit that's using our stuff. Nah, the real-time feedback, we already learned about that shit way long now. You ain't freaking pulling that shit on nobody. Shit. You're kidding me right now. People ain't got no damn sense. So, we about to become the Dr. Phil. That's F-I-L-L. Of the foreclosure eviction process, stopping that shit and sticking it in somebody's face. So. Bam. Down south, nothing personal, okay? Because we've been getting chopped up a little bit too, and we got some people situations. So you never know from one game to the next who's gonna be getting chopped up. So I didn't mean to make it personal. I'm just talking about the coaching expertise of getting that shit done. Yeah, that's the badass package right there. On the website. Oh, on the website for $300. You know what? I'm gonna mark the shit down to $200 for what is today? For the rest of this week. What is today? Today is the 21st. I'm gonna mark it down to $200 until the 25th, until Saturday. Okay, and I want some video reviews, okay, from people when you open up this shit and see when you feel the power. I want your thoughts when you feel the power. And then I want your thoughts in a second when you go down there and punch them in the face with the power. Okay, I don't know. Did it treat you any different? Oh, yeah. Did they treat you any differently? I'm gonna mark it down 200. I don't care. I'll mark it down 200. Damn. What? I got a badge. I can do that. I'm gonna mark it down 200. So you know what? Let's just. Oh, thank you, Frederick. I'm having a ball too. Call me Dr. Phil of jamming the eviction foreclosure eviction process back in their face. Dr. G. Dr. G. Phil. I'll work on that. Okay, and here's the fire right there. Well, we about to have another one. I'm going, what the hell you doing, Coach? Y'all just work with me here. Y'all think I'm playing? There you go. Bam. Bam. Oh, Lord have mercy. I think I'm crazy. I am crazy. Okay, because this is the second stop. I got some people from Great Britain in California about to use this if they get their head out of the administrative shit and just go do what I said. Okay, then they'll be in the same. You know, so I should be putting the price up to $1,500 because this is working. But I'm lowering the price. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, I'm really excited about this. Yeah, this is from Henry's case. The counterclaim for illegal eviction. They didn't put this counterclaim for some RICO shit. They left the RICO off of everything. I didn't know what the hell. Okay, but you know, they couldn't respond to nothing, so that's all right to let the RICO off because this is all they could do to respond. Okay, the summons are serviced by the process server, the affidavit of service, and okay, wait. Henry's wife passed away, bless her heart, and then Henry suffered a stroke, so he was in the hospital. Ain't nobody served his ass nothing. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't worry about that because they went and parked their ass. But no, they don't have a right to respond to nothing over here. So, but that's all right. I'm going to just leave that right there because I think that's probably the best we're going to get on documentation that we jacked their ass up. Okay, but well, wait. There is something better that we get. And what that is Henry's still in his damn house. And they ain't in his face no more. And when he goes down there, they don't treat him the same way they did before. So this lawsuit package stops the eviction process after the sheriff's notice to quit and vacate the property been served. And it's funny because if I talk about this shit before I can post that, YouTube be talking shit. No, we can't. No, YouTube is like, okay, yeah, YouTube. You know that my shit is back. Is backed by the real-time feedback from a whole bunch of fighters that had the courage to step up to the plate and do whatever the hell it takes, going to take, whatever it's taking, or whatever. Put it in whatever tense. So the recall forces the judge to recuse and they transfer the case and stall Senate all, and that's why we came up with this idea of using and then as I figured they just stall the case, but they're doing like the attorneys they can't. This total package forces them to tap out, and you're going in with the judicial notice of less pendants, which the judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance first, which is a really slick ass way to put on the court record that your property is getting jacked by the shuffle of paperwork. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to change that $300 because this is not going to be. I can't believe I put that. Did I just put that to it? I ain't talk too much shit. But we backing it the hell up 24-14. Oh, I know some of y'all go 24/7. No, 24-14. Oh. I clicked on the wrong thing there. So we can get back to the right page. And there's a donate button. Anybody that'd like to make a donation to our cause here, or if you got a pass on some shit and you're doing good, you can send us a donation and we lowered our prices. And so we're feeling the effects, but we're still getting some shit done. And I'm able to help the po-ass people like myself, which is who I want to help in the first damn place. And as you can see, we're getting some shit done. Okay, so maybe the focus on the foreclosure process and all of that. I'm not looking at the damn. We got the eviction process stopped now. We don't have to be messing around in federal court and shit. And the price comes down. Shit. Now, I'm just going to tell you guys, okay, I studied the judges' canons and all of that shit. I didn't study it. I reviewed it. It didn't take me 5 minutes or less before I was to the assumption based off of my cognitive skills that the whole judges' canons and all that shit is outlined for their RICO operation. Pull that shit up and read the judges' canons, okay? But read it from a realistic perspective. Oh, the judge is not allowed. The judge is supposed to be this. The judge is done. None of them are doing that shit. All that shit is just a reverse freaking guideline for running the RICO operation at each freaking location. That's my opinion, YouTube, and I'm sticking by it. So the counterclaim strategy jacks them. It jacks them because you come in, you add the government. I don't care, the state or federal government, whoever, you add the government, you add the judge because the judge is getting paid by the government. So there's a conflict of interest at the gate. Oh, then you add foreclosure attorney, or if you're in the eviction process, then you add the government, and you add attorney for the buyer and the buyer's asses, and you add them to the counterclaim that you file right in their shit. And the way we handle it, if you get locked out or whatever, then you need to be doing that. You need to be clouding the title with the documents, clouding the title both in court with judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance and judicial notice. They need to be clouding the documents over there where the deed is, whatever, to block the new buyers from making money with your property that they stole, that they're trying to steal from you. Oh, and then jam the ass up with the always wanted to have like one document, and so I can never get to just one document because it ain't my shit on the line. And if it was my shit on the line, then I would try it because I know that I can go and change it and whatever, Everybody else, I know, I make a mistake or whatever, chunk that shit out the window. Let's go. So maybe I should be just one package. If you're facing the foreclosure process, you think you about to, if you're in the eviction process, then you got the eviction counterclaim. And we use fraudulent concealment, so we told the statute of limitations, so you can bring this shit in their face anytime. Anytime. And so the RICO creates more than two layers. The racketeering exposure places all the actors under the threat of personal liability and property seizure. We come in with notice, with the notice of preservation. So this is what you get. You get the verified RICO claim for illegal eviction. It's a whole lot easier to argue that shit than the foreclosure process or who owns your property or all that shit. Bam, we did a check down to make this simple because by doing that cuts out the arguing. Okay, by keeping it simple cuts out the arguing, because I don't know if y'all have figured it out. Okay, when the arguing's over, their buddy judge gets to help them. Oh wait, not in this case because y'all already added the RICO ass, his ass to or her ass to the RICO. Well, no problem adding to her. We'll add the judge her ass too. Okay, then you got the counterclaim for the same shit that's structured with federal court case law and federal acts. The federal acts are how we bring criminal liability to the table. Then you got your demand to dismiss for defective pleadings and bullshit. I had to take that part out, but you can throw it in if you want. Oh, you got a temporary $200. You got temporary restraining order and injunction to quit, and then the notice of this actually I need to change that because this actually should be judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance and judicial notice of less penance. But you still have these notices too because they're all the same. All you're going to do to make it a judicial notice is copy and paste the court heading and shit on the type and on the parties and paste it in there, and then go ahead and roll. Judicial notice. Oh, and you also got judicial notice less penance. That way you can cloud your own property title, slow their asses down, move your ass up to the number one lien holder spot. Bam. And I had a guy ask me, Coach, can this stop the property tax? Okay, look, why would you want to try to stop it? Okay, in this case, you move your ass up to the number one lien holder, okay? They can have all the property tax they want behind your ass down there. None of it's going to get addressed until you address this shit with the alleged lender that you got on the table right here. Or at least that's how I'm playing this in my head. That's how it, no, hell no. Ain't nobody jumping up ahead of me if I got my fraudulent conveyance and because I'm saying that the gate, the shit was stinking. And so that's going to have to be figured out before any otherbody else is going to come get any money from the property, in case people ain't figured that out. That's how that shit works. And then your constitutional emergency statement is supposed to move your shit up to the higher court and force them to strip away strip away the administrative bullshit that you've been putting up with. Okay, that's what that's supposed to do. But we haven't had a chance to do that for the RICO shit because they keep tapping out and going to sit in their happy asses down. I like beating them, but they want to go sit their happy ass down because I ain't trying to work harder than I have to. So most of the time. Now, if you're operating on a state court level, then what you want to do in end of end up the ass whooping is to get a certified copy of the entire docket sheet to take with you over to federal court. You want a certified copy of the entire docket sheet to take with you over to federal court. And that'll be your evidence. That certified copy of the docket sheet is your evidence to prove that they violated you with their illegal administrative process. Okay, the why. And they did it last week, last month, not 15 years ago and shit. They're doing it now because they're making your ass go into court on statutes and codes bullshit. So, and this lawsuit's already got, Henry, they already sent him sheriff thing, and we figured out how to access the sheriff department eviction part of the website and send our documents right into the eviction team. Oh, and that was priceless because now those people are going to be on the phone calling them people. Of course, they told me we don't do that. You do. You do something. Okay, you're emailing me, letting me know that you received that shit. So I got verification that you received that shit. And I know y'all happy asses on the phone calling them other people over there at the court to figure out what the hell is this shit. Because I know this shit don't happen all the time. But it's about to start happening all the time. So $200, y'all need to get that shit and stop playing. And hell, even if you're not in foreclosure or the eviction process, shit, for $200, this is like personal property protection management property protection. Mm-hmm. And they send you a thing saying, oh, you're behind. I'd put this shit together, type their name in there, send it to them. There you go. What's this? That's my RICO lawsuit that I'm going to file on y'all ass if you get in my face again. Now that I have your attention, I need y'all asses to deliver. I'm gonna come down and pick it up because I don't trust y'all. Okay, I need to come down and pick up my deed. Okay, because y'all need to remove all the information about my property from y'all shit. Starting with the land bank, remove my information from the land bank because that's how they allow people in other countries, overseas, and all these people to access your property and buy the shit. Take my shit out of the land bank. Also, remove my shit from the Real Estate Deeds Association. In my opinion, that's the number one place where you need to get your shit removed. Because in my opinion, YouTube, that's the number one place where they put your shit when they register it. That's where that registration in the Association of Deeds Registration allows all of these fools all across the internet to access your property. Mm-hmm. And here's something: if your deed was not, if they hadn't violated you with real estate deed fraud and registered your deed in the office, if your deed was not registered in the office, and this is what I ask attorneys when they're trying to talk shit and act like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and then I'm whatever. If the deed wasn't registered in their office, would the lender be able to verify that there was a mortgage lien against your property? If your deed was not I'm gonna throw it out there. If your deed was not registered in the office, would they? Okay, what are you talking about, coach? You're talking crazy. That's all right. I got a damn badge. All right. But here's the thing. the registration of your deed in their office allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. And that's my opinion, YouTube, and I'll tell you why. Think of it this way. If there were several people who own property, all of y'all asses would have to show up to sign the deed, right? So the fact that the alleged lender accepted your signatures, which is usually yourself and your spouse or whatever, prove that you own that shit already, and I smell stink. Oh, no, hang on. I got a badge, okay? It's stinking even more. Okay, so if you own that shit already, or they wouldn't have been able to accept your signature on it. Okay, so it's stinking more because where did the lender sign it? Go check your shit. Where did the lender sign? There's no place on it for the lender to sign. Oh, wait. The bank vice president signed in the middle on the back or in the top, where they stamp pay to the order of on it. And it says without recourse, blah, 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 some other words. And they signed it right on that line there. When they did that, they turned it into a security. That's what it's called when you write a big ass check. It's called a security. And they process it through the Federal Reserve. Now, that whole process is illegal because you were the first signature on that document, so that shit was yours. And all the shit they did behind your back after you left the table, and they processed that shit through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Now, I know I'm a freak, okay, but I'm not done freaking. Okay, so Modern Money Mechanics, which is a publication put out by people that are more freak than me because they do banking and all that shit. They know way more about the fracking banking system or whatever. Okay, but they said that those people were granted 9 times the amount that went into a demand deposit account. 9 times the amount. And the banks, and they taking the property back from you. They got paid 9 times, okay? And they got paid 9 times the amount. They took one amount out to pay somebody else who they was tricking them into. So we'll just say 8 times. We'll just call it 8 times at the gate. And then as soon as you late or whatever, now they're trying to take your shit. They're trying to take all of it. And well, you've been paying on it for a real long time. You think since they got 9 times the amount at the gate that they would give you back something. Oh, hell no, they're not giving you back shit. Cash for keys. They give you cash for keys if you get your ass out of their shit without tearing it up and being mad and shit. 9 times, and then they're going to keep what you paid. So now we're up to 10. Oh wait, 8. We 8 to 110. Oh, I'm gonna need some more fingers to keep up with this. Okay, and then they take your property. They don't give you shit. And they sell it again. For 9 times for 9 times. I mean, I don't know. That's enough to piss off some people on, you think? So who is this for? Homeowners facing intermittent eviction. Homeowners impacted by foreclosure fraud. If your property is fraudulently being conveyed, anyone targeted by the administrative court system without jurisdiction, that'd be everybody, unless you hurt somebody or damaged their property. That's it. Keeping it simple. Fighters, pro se fighters seeking constitutional leverage. Okay, legal coaches looking for more power, or attorneys. I have attorneys in this program too. Yep, bar attorneys that are using some of these tech. They have to they gotta do a couple of check downs on some shit. They add a little water to it, but they're homeowners under attack by HOA. The HOA is easy as shit to get out of your face because they're trying to lean jump on some shit, whatever. Legal coaches looking for more power in your punches. Homeowners facing foreclosure and want the very best defense available. And property owners who are facing property tax foreclosure situations. Now we got a property tax package. It actually has 3 lawsuits in it, and we're gonna showcase that here in the next day or so. Okay, but you don't need to spend $600. You can get the shit done with $300 or $2. It's marked down to $2 right now. You can get the shit done with $200. Oh, my website ought to be on fire right now with people getting this shit for $200. Are you kidding me right now? People always, how many wins? How many? Well, I'm not an attorney. So I don't, wait. I'm still not a damn attorney, but yeah, I can. I can take a case or 2 and beat some people down and make sure that I'm getting the win and I'm doing everything or whatever. And, I gave myself a 5.5 star review for, I didn't get 6 stars because I didn't, there's one of the things that I had to work on is when people ain't doing what they need to do and I don't think they're in the right place, I get a little grumpy. So I don't think I'm going to work on it too much, but I try to keep that in mind. As a coach, if I don't think you're getting the shit done, it's my job to tell you it ain't getting done. I'd rather tell you right now than have your ass calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning when they show up at your house and throw your shit out in the yard. I don't know what people think I can do at that point. And if you get a package and you pay with Zelle or Cash App, I'll send you the credit card package for free. That's mine, because I like to, the other ways to get paid, they take some of my money. So you guys want to pay that way, Cash App is the best that I like, and then you can pay with Zelle. And then that's a link to my Cash App right there. And then if you pay with Cash App, you got to let me know. And I'll have to send you. I'll have to send you over the package that I said that I would send you, the credit card lawsuit package. And then here's some more packages. Now, the sue the prosecutor package has been reduced to $900. It was $15, and then we have these other packages that we made that are not very expensive, but still pack a punch and bringing value to the table to help you protect your property. Okay. It's getting close to lunchtime now. It's 12:15. See, I'm hungry now. All this ass kicking first thing in the morning. Kicking attorney ass 101. Well, actually, it's a RICO scam. That's what it is. It's a RICO scam because it can't be a tax issue. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but in my head, there was issues before it got. They already jammed you up and was taking your money before your property got registered. The taxes didn't start till after the registration of your property. Your registration of your property allowed them to reclassify your property from private property that states in the Constitution, not once, but in 2 different places, that your private property is not to be taxed. So they reclassify your property to one of their commercial designations, which is generally residential, agricultural, or commercial. Now, Lawrence, Kansas sent me a letter and told me they got 13 classifications. Oh, Lord. 13 classifications. Now, the first 3 were shit. Okay. And then Once they get the property reclassified, then they start the property tax shit and all of that. So we have people in our program that have forced them to, well, two people send them the letter because there's a notice of claim letter in the property tax package to be sued for the property tax, and it actually has the heart of the lawsuit in a letter form. So people, oh yeah, and so I had two people just call me like 2 weeks ago. Well, one person 2 weeks ago, the other person a little further back, to let me know that they sent them the letter and they haven't filed a lawsuit or anything, but the players stopped sending them a bill. They have not sent them a property tax bill since they received the letter. So, because I'm like, dude, get your deed out of their office. I mean, that shit'll last for a while. Why have to worry about it again? Get your damn deed. If they're willing to not send you the bill, then they're screwing you, and they know it. So, I mean, that's great, but shit, you paid $600 or $900, whatever the hell it was for the fire. Shit, get your shit out of their office. Don't just sell for their check down. Do your own check down. Your own check down, get that shit out of their office so you don't have to worry about this shit anymore. Most people don't realize that that having your deed registered in the office allows the state to use your property as collateral for loans from the federal government and a whole bunch of other shit. Most people don't realize you already got another lien on your shit to help the state pay some other shit. Now, why is the state taking your shit? The state taking your shit to help pay for shit. That's my opinion. Oh, excuse me. I mean YouTube. TikTok got mad and kicked me off. Oh, that's all right. We're on Rumble. Okay, and I'm about to get me some Rumble shirts too, because that's what I want to be promoting Rumble now. Now that we're over on Rumble, when I post on Rumble, Rumble posts the shit over on YouTube. And now YouTube is allowing my videos to be seen more like they should have been 3 years ago or more, probably. But that's all right, because we ain't leaving my people over here. But once I get my people over there, then I'll just be over there, and then we'll just do like we do anyway over there. When I post over on Rumble, Rumble can send it over here if they want to. They can send it over to YouTube if they want to. Oh. Oh, that's funny as shit. Okay, so that's true. That's absolutely true. You voluntarily granted them the right, and you can voluntarily take that shit back. That's what we're doing. Voluntarily take it back. But, it wasn't actually voluntarily. They look at it as voluntarily because you didn't oppose. They're skating past the fact that your ass was not aware. Okay, and if you're not aware, okay, let me put it to you this way. If it wasn't disclosed, then it's fraudulent concealment. Okay, sorry. Let's keep it simple. If it wasn't disclosed, then the contract is shit. Right? Look that shit up. If you didn't get full disclosure, then the contract's shit. That's the easiest way of getting out of the divorce to marriage, the marriage dissolution shit. All that bullshit that make you sign the marriage contract, all shit. You didn't have to sign none of that shit. It wasn't disclosed to you. They're making you sign that shit so they can have a beat on your kids and force you and school do all the shit. Force you to get your kids vaccinated if you don't think you, whatever. Oh. Yep, they call it agreeing through acquiescence. I can say that shit. I can't freaking spell it. Okay. But I can damn sure say it. You always español también. I can say some shit in Spanish too. So, when you agree to acquiescence, that means you agreed because you didn't diss the damn agree. Okay. Oh, funny how to play on words. Oh, the words. That's what I focus on anyway. And you can read the paragraph, you can read the sentence, you can read the story. None of that shit matters. The words. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny. They said you voluntarily granted them the right to your security interest. Well, you can tell you can voluntarily take that shit back, and here's my RICO filing, y'all ass. That's funny. Oh. Mm. Yeah, we're learning how to stop the court process 101. Uh-huh. I'm becoming the Dr. Phil. That's F-I-L-L. The Dr. Phil. Stopping the eviction process. Let's go. You guys get that package and let's get to work. I think the last thing Nikki said was she has some fun today. And that's my guarantee. You do the shit right, you're gonna have some fun. God, they ain't used to getting punched in the face with the shit that we learned over her. All right, guys, I need to roll out here and go get me something to eat because my stomach is about to start making noise. Y'all gonna think it's the radio or something, but it's my stomach. I can hear. Oh yeah, but you know what? We're looking good. This is our second one. Oh, 2 down. 2 down, 1 to go for the 3, the tray. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. 2 down and 1 to go. And so and Nikki said that they adjourned her shit till the 17th of December. They tried to ignore the RICO shit, to try to slide by, but no, we created a little more fire under their ass and than they wanted to have. And I didn't know what they planned to prove, making her show up. Yeah, didn't make her show up, but that's all right. Nigga, I'd had another 2 million just because they made your ass show up when they knew damn well they couldn't respond. So I had another 2 million to that shit or something. Okay. I'm done looking at myself. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time today. Oh, this second one, 2 down. I think I can brag. I think we can brag now. Okay, because I don't know what the hell they think they're gonna do on December. Shit, by the time December comes around, shit, Nicole can have a bunch of liens on a bunch of shit. Mm-hmm. So she's still in her house and they ain't coming to throw her out. So what? She didn't have the sheriff at her house yet. She just got dragged into eviction court last week, or about 8 or 10 days ago. So we started a program for her. She invested in the custom. Yeah, she invested in the custom package. She invested in a package with the custom to it, which is like another $700. And then I put the stuff together and emailed it into them. So they got emailed everything that she was going to file from. Went in court. The asshole dude. Not me. I'm the nice one because I lowered the price. I'm nice at this particular. No, I'm nice to you guys. I got no beef with y'all ass. But them other fools over there, they don't think I'm nice. They don't know what the hell. They think I'm crazy. But I got damn badge, okay? So that's all I got to say. And I need to go eat now before I start talking more crazy.